Welcome back, guys, to the Zelda Dungeon Fast Guide series. We are now on Dungeon 9 in the original Legend of Zelda for the NES, the Death Mountain Labyrinth. Head up from the entrance. In order to pass through this room, you have to have all 8 pieces of the Triforce of Wisdom. In this room, bomb the wall on the left. After you bomb the wall on the left, get your magic wand ready and go through. In this room, we have 2 land molas. The magic wand works wonders on these guys. Once you've destroyed all the body pieces on the land molas, use the magical sword to take out their heads, and then head through the staircase. As usual, either dispose of the keys or avoid them as you make your way through the underground passage. In this room, we have several like-likes. Just don't let them get a hold of you and destroy your magical shield. After you've taken out all the like-likes, go through the locked door on the right side of the room. In this room we have 3 blue Wizrobes. Killing them all will make a blue rupee appear. Get it if you want it, otherwise just go through the door on the right. In this room we have a Patra. There are 2 different kinds of Patras. The difference between the 2 is how their children circle around them. You can't harm the Mother Eye until you destroyed all the children. For this particular type of Patra, the children will circle around and then be shot outward. After you have disposed of all the babies, 3 hits from the magical sword to the Mother Eye will destroy it. Destroying the Patra in this room will make some bombs appear. Get them if you want them, and then go through the door on the bottom. Killing off all the gels in this room will make a blue rupee appear. If you want it, go for it. Otherwise, just bomb the wall on the right and go through. In this room, we have another Patra. Killing this Patra will make the map appear. Take this one out the same way you did the previous one that you fought. After you've disposed of this Patra, collect the map if you want it, bomb the wall at the top if you haven't done so yet, and go through. You don't get anything for killing off all the enemies in this room, so just clear yourself a path and bomb the wall at the top. There are 2 dungeon treasures to collect here in Labyrinth number 9. The first one is the Red Ring. The Red Ring is guarded by 3 bubbles and 6 Wizrobes, 3 red and 3 blue. If your sword gets taken away by a bubble, you can use bombs to fight off the Wizrobes. After you've finished off the final Wizrobe, push the block on the far left and enter the treasure room. The Red Ring gives Link 75% protection from damage, which is his strongest armor here in the original Legend of Zelda for the NES. One fun thing to note about the Blue Ring and the Red Ring is that once you obtain them, certain things will change colors along with Link's tunic, such as your bowstring, for instance, and various other things. Pretty pointless, but kind of interesting. Our current destination is back to the room where we fought the first Patra, so go up from this room. If you didn't grab the bombs you won from the Patra before, grab them now and head through the locked door at the top. In this room we meet up with an old man who tells us to go to the next room. What he means by that is to bomb the left wall. In this room we have 5 Wizrobes, 2 red and 3 blue. You have to defeat all the Wizrobes in order to gain access to an underground passage that will lead us deeper into the dungeon. Just take out the Wizrobes like you have been. Just be sure not to line up with the blue ones. Once you've taken out all the Wizrobes in this room, push the block on the left and head into the stairs. You know the drill by now. Either destroy the keys or avoid them as you make your way through the underground passage. In this room we have 5 Zols. Kill them if you want and go through the locked door on the left. In this room we have 8 keys. Killing off all the keys will make a blue rupee appear. In this room we have yet another Patra. The children of this Patra fly around the mother a little differently. Take them out all the same. Once you've disposed of all the children, destroy the mother Patra with 3 hits from the magical sword. After you've destroyed the mother Patra, push the block on the far left and head into the stairs. Do your usual routine of either killing or avoiding the keys as you pass through. Once you get out of the underground passage, you'll be in a room with 5 Wizrobes. You'll have to fight them later, so for now just bomb the wall at the top and go through. In this room is the second of this dungeon's treasures, which is guarded by 3 bubbles and 5 Wizrobes, 2 red and 3 blue. It's important to note that you cannot defeat Ganon unless you collect this treasure, so be sure to do so. The second of this dungeon's treasures is the silver arrows, which now give your arrows the same strength as the magical sword. Like regular arrows, every time you shoot a silver arrow it will take away 1 rupee, so be sure that you have a little bit of cash before you come to this dungeon. After you get out of the treasure room, head back down through the bombed wall. In this room, kill any wizrobes that are still around. As usual, once you've destroyed all the enemies, push the block on the far left and head to the stairs. Our next destination is to the other side of this underground passage. Once you've returned to this room, go through the door at the top. In this room we have 6 like-likes. Be careful not to let any of them eat your magical shield. You don't get anything for killing all of them, so just clear yourself a path and go through the door at the top. In this room we have 4 like-likes and some blade traps. Be careful of the blade traps whenever you first get into the room. You don't get anything for killing all the like-likes, so just clear yourself a path and go through the door at the top. You don't get anything for killing all the enemies in this room, so just get your bombs ready and bomb the wall on the left. Keep moving left as you enter this room to avoid the blade traps. In here we have 4 wizrobes, 2 red and 2 blue. Take them out and then push the block on the left to make an underground passage appear. You only have to go through one more underground passage after this one, so just do your usual routine with the keys. In this room is some wizrobes and blade traps. Be careful of the enemies in the traps and make your way to the left side of the room and bomb the wall. In this room we have the entrance to the final underground passage here in Labyrinth number 9, which is guarded by 2 bubbles, 2 zols, and 2 like-likes. Careful not to let your sword get taken away by the bubbles or your shield get taken away by the like-likes. Once you've disposed of all the zols and like-likes, push the block on the far left and enter the stairs. Besides the keys in this here underground passage, you only have one more enemy to dispose of before you do battle with Ganon himself, a Patra. This is the same kind of Patra that you fought last time. As usual, just destroy its children and then destroy the Mother Eye with 3 hits from your magical sword. After you finished off Patra, go through the door at the top to be in the boss's room. The boss of this dungeon, as to be expected, is Ganon. At the start of the battle, go over to the left wall, stay against it, move up and down to avoid the fireballs. Ganon is always going to be somewhere close by to where the fireballs are at, so pay attention to that and slash around where the fireballs appear. 4 hits from the magical sword will make Ganon turn red. As soon as Ganon is turned red, hit him with the silver arrow to finish him off for good. Don't go chasing the fireballs around the room, otherwise you might run into him. Instead, just stay against the wall and let him come to you at the left side of the room. After dealing the final blow to Ganon with the silver arrow, he'll leave behind the Triforce of Power. Pick that up, and then before going through the door at the top part of the room, be sure to wipe your feet on Ganon's ashes. After you're satisfied with that, go through the door at the top, destroy the fire surrounding Princess Zelda, and rescue her. Even though Ganon has been destroyed and the princess has been rescued, this does not yet conclude our journey through the original Legend of Zelda for the NES, for we still have a whole second quest to go through, filled with all new dungeons and more powerful enemies. So join me next time whenever we take on dungeon number 1 and quest number 2. Well, enjoy the ending, and thank you for watching.